AZ Preps on 98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station, is presented by Brooklyn Betting. Here's more with Kevin McCabe.
I'm guessing we're getting in the Halloween spirit. We are, and I'm okay with Halloween. I really am. The fact that I've got 5 kids, and they go out and get the candy, and after a couple of days, they're done with it. So that all goes in a desk drawer, and the dean of high school sports gets to eat all that. We welcome you back. It's 9:18 AZ Preps Live, the premier high school sports show, live at Chick-Fil-A, and we've done something different this week. We've gone in the mall, Superstition Springs Mall, Power and Southern, and they've opened up for us, serving breakfast. They've got the great breakfast going on here. Chick-fil-A, it's not just for dinner or lunch. It is for breakfast as well, as we've proven the past couple of years. And this is a fun story for me. I mean, my wife asks me every week, "Hey, Kevin, how was?" I said, I love it because this is what I get to do. A neat, fun story like this. They've quietly now, they've earned themselves a shot at the Open. It sounds like get the radio voice guy. Red Mountain, the Mountain Lions, 8-1 on the year. They're 8-1. Now, who knew? Where did this come from? Last night they beat Mesa 42-21. Their lone loss, and I can't emphasize this enough, they have one loss on the year, was to Perry. But you look back, it was 4 overtimes. It was a 1-point game. And Perry very much was a contender really till last night to be in the Open. So that's their lone loss. And one of the keys is their head coach, and he's here with me this morning inside the mall. He's Mike Peterson. Good to see you, Coach. How are you this morning?
Good to see you, Kevin.
How come we don't know each other? Why aren't we on speed dial? Why aren't we boys? How come we don't hang? You've got a winning football team, pedigree. How come we're not boys? Why aren't we? You fly under the radar. Why aren't?
It's hard to say. Well, I'm an introvert, and I believe in team first. So as long as they know about the Mountain Lions, it's not about me. If I die right here on this chair today. I'm just a small cog in the wheel, and they'll break down film this afternoon, and we'll play Westwood on Friday night. And in 1998, and started working for Coach Buskin, and 4 or 5 years later, I'm working for Jim Ewan at Chandler, and 7 or 8 years later, I'm coordinating the defense at Red Mountain for Coach Wisniewski, and here I am.
Here you are, the head coach, and we're in the mall, Chick-fil-A, Superstition Springs Mall. Are you a mall guy? Did you grow up in Farmington? Did they have a mall? Did you go cruise Chicks and get the Jovan Musk cologne?
Yeah, we cruised the Sonic late at night.
No, but there's no mall in Farmington.
There is a mall. There's a mall there. But I was laughing. I walked in the door over here and I thought, I haven't been to the mall in 10 years.
No,
I don't even know where I'm going.
Me neither. But are you a Chick-fil-A guy?
Love it.
Okay,
love it. Everybody loves Chick-fil-A.
Thank you for saying that. But there have been a couple of players who we've had on, and I asked that, and they go, And I go, okay, you're never coming back on the show. He is Mike Peterson, the head coach. I mentioned this, too. As your team, you have quietly, and I watched. I've been on board with this team. Dare I say, I see you show up with Bruce Cooper last night. I love Coop, and that's neat that you get to be part of that show. But I fell in love with you guys about 5-6 weeks ago, and I said, look at this team and the one lone loss, but still you've flown under the radar. Did you guys, as a team, I know you like to kind of let it be team. Did you like that? Do you like kind of just being out here doing what you do in Far East Mesa, and just when the chips fall, or is there some disrespect? Is there some that maybe fuels you guys a little bit? You don't get the love.
No, I don't feel any disrespect. We just do what we do week in and week out, and we do the best we can week in and week out, and don't worry much about it. I don't know that there's much politics. I know social media can get going on the rumor mill, and I actually don't have any social media. So, they say it's a formula, so I believe in the formula, and we'll just take care of business and let people talk that want to talk.
Well, we are, and it's great. We can at least celebrate this. They're 8-1, Red Mountain. When did you know that you had something special? Was it maybe at the end of last year, or summer passing leagues? Can you say, hey, I'm a really good coach, or at camp, or even that Perry game? When do you say we have something special, or do you ever know?
I don't know that you ever know, but when in 2010 when I came to Red Mountain as a defensive coordinator, I knew I was at a special place.
Yeah,
and so that's when I realized we had something special. It was 2010, and we just keep getting better and better and grinding and adjust the staff and every year we look, what's the worst thing we did this year after we break down the whole year? Thousands of plays in the playlist. What did we do the worst? That's what we're going to get better at this year. And every year, pretty soon, the worst thing you're doing isn't that bad anymore, and you're really starting to polish up the program.
And it's working. It's a great football program. There is great, rich history and tradition that's gone out there. Jim Jones won championships. And I loved, by the way, you dropped a Coach Ewing, and I was thinking about that, the great days at Chandler. Sean Aguano gets all this love, and Coach Loper. And I always tell people that a football team can win a championship, but football programs win championships, and you've got something going on there. You mentioned you were an assistant with Bernie Buskin and worked on some great staffs. How important is your staff been, and who are some of those guys that are you're on the radio with the dean of high school sports, and they're back breaking down film and tired, but there's some love. Who are those guys?
Well, we've got Chris Andriotis is the offensive coordinator.
Wow, and you guys are dialed in.
They are. He's got them going. He's got some great assistants. Tabor Lamar is the passing coordinator. Really balances the offense and the thought process in the war room there. Doug Dietrich's coaching the line. He's a Corona boy.
Yes, I know Dougie. Yep,
so that's the offensive staff. Then we've got Kyle Enders is running the defense for me, and polishing up that defense that Coach Wisniewski helped us create 10 years ago or so. And he's a great young coach. And the first year, he's so young. The first year I was the head coach, I thought, I'll let him do it, and if I've got to take it, I'll take it back. But I haven't ever had to. He's doing a great job, and he works tirelessly. And it's all about the staff. It's nothing that I do. I give them buy-in, let them do their job, and trust that they'll do their job, and they do. They do a great job.
I love to hear that, because you do. And that's what makes great football programs, is you trust and allow that. The head coach, Mike Peterson of Red Mountain. And I want to acknowledge this, and maybe emphasize this, because I see it. I've done it such a long time. You have a football program. How important is it to have the front office, dare I say, them on board and buying in and believing in what you do? And how important has that been in your success with these kids at the school? I mean, it's a community that they buy in. You get that support when you need it.
Absolutely. We have a great administration, and they're absolutely supportive with from schedules for kids to teaching schedules for coaching staff.
They don't make your football players go to class or anything, do they? They don't call them.
They call them student athletes, students first. So we attend class, and we do a good job there, but they're very supportive with schedules, and there's not a lot of money in public education, but if they've got something and they can help, or we need something, they'll find a way to help. Great booster club, great parent organization. It takes it all.
I love it. Well, I've held off as long as I could. He's Mike Peterson, the head coach, Red Mountain. They're 8-1, the Open Division. You belong, and you have. And I thought this. I looked at your schedule. I said they're going to win out. They're going to be 9-1. Having said that, and this is the tough question, this team could conceivably play and win and compete and win a 6A title and win a gold ball. Where are you at on that, or stuff you can't control? What, your thoughts when you hear dumb reporters ask questions like that? Would you rather be in the Open, or do you tank this last game and say let's go play for a gold ball? What? Tell me I'm mad.
Well, I think they're going to give a gold ball to whoever's in both tournaments, or both brackets. So we just want to do the best we can week in and week out, and where we land, and we're going to play our rears off until we can't anymore. We just hope it ends on the ryegrass at ASU.
Yeah. Final question. Family. Who's making sure things are good for you, allowing you to be the head coach that you are, the time that you spend? Who's making sure that's all cool for you?
Well, my good wife Bree of 21 years is at home, and then we've got a daughter, a freshman in college at Southern Utah.
Wow. Okay.
And then I've got a sophomore at Red Mountain, another daughter, Hannah and Tatum.
And cheerleader, pomp,
Tatum's a track kid.
Oh, wow.
And she played some badminton last year for Coach Kober, and I heard you made a badminton appearance.
It's Red Mountain has long been considered a badminton school.
They are. I'm trying to change that. We want to be a football school, but
I say it with love. We're having fun here. They were a great dominant badminton team. It fell off a little bit, but coaches brought them back, and we're having some fun with that. We're having some fun with your football team. How proud of you are these kids where they are and the fact that they have remained focused at the task at hand.
Extremely proud. We just talked in the office this morning in the morning staff meeting. We talked. It's hard. It's hard to coach high school football because you got to and win. You got to be a little bit lucky. You got to be a little bit good. You got to have a special group of kids that want to keep playing and practiced and focused in an extremely long and tireless season.
And you've got it going. Well, keep it going. Thanks for coming by this morning. Enjoy some breakfast. Maybe take some home to Bree because you got Saints for wives. I'm going to talk about your kids, your players. We call players, and they're standing by here. They've had some breakfast here. They're doing the job. They're making you look good. We're going to take a break. Coming back, we've got it live for you here. AZ Preps Live on the road, Chick-Fil-A Road Series in the mall. I have some mall memories that are coming up at 10 o'clock. I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and I make this show about me. But next up, I'll make it about the Mountain Lions, who are rocking. AZ Preps Live continues on from Superstition Springs Mall in Mesa at Chick-fil-A. We're back after this timeout.